Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Datesphere. We are here with me, myself, Anton, and my co-host
Spice.
And today we are going to be looking at the episode we're going to get into is, do too many options ruin your ability to love? Let's talk about it. So let's break this down because something's not adding up to me when it comes to dating in the world that we live in now, obviously 2026. If is there too many like dating option gives you a flex, or is it a problem in disguise?
For my opinion, I think there's just too many options out there. That's why people now, when they're dating, they've just got easy access to it now. And so they're just thinking, okay, if I'm not happy with that, I can move on to the next one. If I'm not happy with that, I can move on to the next one. Whereas back in the days with dating, you only had face to face and you just, got to know that person, and that was one person and that was it. You wouldn't then have like 5 other guys, having that other option of like thinking, okay, I've got 5 other guys that I've lined up to see as well. So they say, isn't it? Keep your, don't keep your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
There's that saying, isn't it?
Yeah.
So your option, keep your option open. So it's just, that's how dating has become. Nobody's taking it seriously.
So do you think this is a problem, or is it
It is a
actually
problem.
like a flex, like people are boasting about it?
Well, in today's society, in today's, 2026, I think that's how it's become. Like with everyone's life, their careers, it's just dating is just, this is the way dating has moved forward in society, and which has made it easier for everyone to get access to dating. Whereas, not many people have got time to go out in bars, or, how socializing used to be before. It's not like that anymore. And more people, a later stage in their life are thinking, okay, I'm ready to date now. There's not that many, whereas before there was younger people, a lot of dating was going on back then. But now it's going into the 40s, into the 50s. So for them, online dating is
The way forward
for them. Yeah.
The other reason as well, obviously, people dating in that age is because they've either divorced, do you know what I mean, in that age, or either you just haven't got married, or you've had a long-term partner and maybe it's not worked out for you, and the reason you're doing is because you're not stable in one relationship. Because of obviously having too many options, people are very easy to break up for a relationship. The other thing is, like, because of social media, obviously we spoke about this in the previous episode. I think the episode before that, one of the episodes anyway, we said that because social media has given them so many options, so that means that you don't have to be happy where you are. You can literally shut off a relationship and go to another relationship just in a matter of clicks.
That's it.
Yeah, you just need to download something on your phone and there's somebody else waiting on the other side, ready to take you on a date. And that is very fucking stupid. Because before, like you said, like another thing as well, like when we used to date before social media, you'd only know people around your area or in the city, maybe.
Yeah, like you're around your friends,
Yeah.
friends and everything.
Of course,
like that.
now I've got messages from guys that are, going way over 10 miles, because in the 10 miles that, you're supposed to be inside in your city, you're not finding anyone. Because maybe the girls in the city are going for somebody outside of the city because they can provide more. Because that's another thing. If people in your city don't give you what you want, and people do have a checklist now where you need to be this, you need to have that, you need to look a certain way, you need to talk in a certain sense. If they don't get that in the city, they're going out of city, So yeah, it's definitely a problem, because what that is going to have a knock-on effect on is marriages breaking down more. It's going to be people doing more long distance relationships, and we've already said in this podcast why long distance relationships don't work, because clearly you would be doing something that is nothing to do with your partner in your city, and I'll be doing something nothing to do with my partner in my city. So nobody knows what's happening. Yeah. And yeah, of course, it's a problem. It's a big problem. And going forward, I think in the next maybe 10 years, I would say, this is all gonna, like, the marriage is not even gonna be a thing, like, because more marriages are breaking down now than it ever was. So you can see the trajectory going down, and that's gonna carry on until it stops. So yeah, that is a big problem in disguise. Now, if you knew you had unlimited options, would you ever fully commit to one person?
As in when you're online dating?
No, so if, yeah, well,
Yeah, when you've gone through
it
online
doesn't
dating.
it doesn't have to be online dating. It could be somebody that, like not talking about just online dating. We're talking about options, having options. So it could be somebody that is approaching you from work.
Yeah.
It could be somebody that's approaching you at a supermarket, sort of thing. Obviously,
Doesn't
them kind of
happen
thing. Yeah,
it's
of course.
very rare things like that even happens
Yeah,
nowadays.
that's
isn't
another
it?
episode we need to do upon.
Because I think, face to face approaching, it's people don't feel that comfortable. I think that's why online dating, people are able to communicate comfortably. If they've not got the ability to approach a person face to face. So online dating for them that's the way forward for them, isn't it?
Of course.
No, but it depends how that relationship is. And if you're fine with that relationship, then you continue being with that person. But then if you see that there's red flags in that relationship, then obviously, yeah, you start seeking somewhere else. You just think there's better out there.
Yeah.
You'd get something, like there's better options out there that somebody will treat you better than what you're in.
Yeah, because there's no way you can fully commit to one person if you knew that you could get somebody better. And let's face it, you're always going to find somebody better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's about how you communicate with your partner that you're in. And maybe if you want something new again, communicate with your partner. Say, this is what I like now. So, dress up that way or speak a certain way.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't change the person fully
No,
who
you
you met maybe 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. But at least have that communication with your partner to say, okay, we've been like this for the last 5 years. Now I need you to not step it up, but like change a little bit for me. And it's not up to you to change that person. If that person feels comfortable, only then he will or she will make that change. But if you met them the way you did and you fell in love with that person and you say your love is real, then you wouldn't be changing that person anyway. Because if you fall in love with that person in that way, then you want that person to be that way because that's when you chose to be your life partner. Maybe you got married, you had a long-term relationship. You shouldn't be all of a sudden coming out the blue.
Exactly.
Oh, I want you to talk gangster all of a sudden. Like that doesn't work.
No.
If the person never spoke in a
Exactly.
certain way, he's not gonna change.
No. And if that person wants all those things, like obviously he's seeking different things in their partner now after 5 years, they're thinking, I want this, I want that. Who knows, if they end that relationship, they go and seek all the things that person wants, that is what they want. That's not the person. That person might not have the personality that the other person
Of
that you're in a
course.
relationship with, and then you're thinking, no, I'm not liking this. So it could also happen like that as well.
Like the saying goes, the grass is always
No.
greener on the other side.
Grass is never green on
But
the
it
other
never
side.
is. Do you know what I
No,
mean?
it never is.
I agree with that completely because if you wanted to commit fully to one person, you need love.
Of course.
If you don't have that love, understanding,
Trust.
trust,
That's
it's not
a
going to
big
work.
thing.
Well, yeah, trust is a big thing. Of
Very
course,
big thing.
that thing is, but you need to, first of all, you need to have that attraction.
Yes.
If there's no attraction, there's no love, there's no trust. If you see somebody, connection. If you see somebody walking on the street, you can be like, ooh, fancy that person.
Yeah.
Fancy her, fancy him.
Yep.
But if you got that mentality, then you need to stop because you can't be with anyone. You can't be in a relation. Then what you need to do is go out
Yeah.
and just be by yourself and do
Exactly.
whatever you need.
Exactly.
And then when you're ready to commit to that one person, you come back and, well, not come back to that person, but you find somebody new then, because that person's not going to take you
Of
back.
course they're not gonna take
And
you
if they
back.
do, they're stupid.
Yeah.
Do dating apps make people confident or just like replaceable, basically?
Replaceable as in like
Like
they're
obviously,
just able to
like
just,
if he like, say you met somebody
yeah.
and online,
Online.
and you're getting on with that person, and something, your first fight, something happens and you hate that that's happened to you, is that too easy for you to replace that person?
Yeah, but it depends if that's happening through the dating sites that that you're still on the dating site, or would you?
No, I'm not
say
talking about dating, so I'm not talking about cheating, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if
when
you
you're
got with a
actually
person
and you're dating.
and you're dating,
And
you've
you've
been
had-
together. So let me give you a scenario because you understand better with the scenarios. You're dating that person for a
Yes,
year,
yes, okay.
and you've had a massive argument.
Yeah,
Say, for example, you've had an argument with you having kids or him having kids, and something to do with them lines, nothing to do with cheating or anything. Forget all that. I'm saying real life shit.
yeah.
Yeah, you've got into an argument and you're like, fuck that. What the fuck? Do you work on it? Do you replace it? Or do you speak about it and then,
It depends on really, it would depend on what the actual scenario is and whether the couple are able to work on it. If it is if the argument is it's very toxic, and that it becomes very toxic, then I think it depends. Then they need to talk about it and think about what the next steps are, whether they continue seeing each other or they just move on and get on,
Yeah.
move on and stuff. I
now
don't know.
nowadays, I think everyone's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah,
You could be a
exactly.
millionaire, billionaire. You could be somebody off the street. It doesn't matter. This applies to everyone. You are easily replaceable.
Of course.
Yeah, because the amount of access that people get now to be with somebody else instead of being with the person that you're already with is amazing. Like obviously, like I said before, all you have to do is download an app and
it.
you've got the options, the
Yeah.
whole world open to you.
Exactly.
Potentially. So yeah, you are definitely replaceable, guys, girls, whoever you are. Don't think that you're safe in any relationship that you're in. Anything could happen. Yeah, this is why we on Datesphere we promote not getting married. Yeah, because we know about these things happening in real life. Now, if you've got married to somebody and that somebody wants to get rid of you, for example, in like 5 years after you've been married, that's it. You're gonna lose your house. You're gonna probably lose your kids because most of the courts they give the custody to the kids unless the woman is like a drug addict or something like that. And it's just a no-win situation when it comes to marriage. That's why on Datesphere we are not promoting marriages. We are promoting you having a
Healthy relationship.
a healthy relationship.
Yeah,
That's the main
exactly.
thing. Companionship, that comes in it, and just having that understanding of, oh, okay, my guy or my girl is not like this, so I can't really tell him or her to be a certain way. Because come on, like if you fuck up in a marriage, obviously you're losing out on money for the guys anyway, or for the girls, whoever's making more money. But when it comes to a relationship, at least you don't have that lingering feeling in the back of your head thinking, shit, if I do break up, I might lose all this. So instead of having that, just don't get married. Just have a long-term relationship, healthy and perfect.
I'm perfect.
It is perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. Do you think people are struggling to settle because they always feel there's something better out there? Of course, we just spoke about
We
that.
just
innit?
talked about that.
Yeah,
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, like I said,
I think nowadays people, in their mind, are always thinking in the back of their head, when they're
What if?
dating somebody, what if, once a little argument or a misunderstanding or something they're not comfortable or happy with that other person, that's it. They're going to start looking. They're not going to try and make it work with that other person. They're just thinking, oh, I'm sure there's somebody else out there that that will be better than this one that I'm with. That's how easy accessible online dating is.
it's people that like, people don't want to go through bad times anymore.
No, they
For
don't.
me, it's like when I get into a relationship, I'm not even going to be looking at the good times that we have. Like I said in one of the previous episodes, I'm going to be looking at the episodes that, like in our relationship, the episodes that were really bad, when I was going through a bad time or a tough time. Only that you can judge from being in that situation. If you're going through a bad business deal or
Bad spells in your life.
yeah, and then if that person's not there, then you know that person's not for you. It's simple as that. Because in my previous relationship, I could keep talking about my previous because that's the worst relationship I've ever been in. But you know who the fuck you are, and I fucking hate you. I just thought I'd put that on video just so you know how much.
How passionate you are about it.
Yeah, like hate the fuck out of you. Anyway, let's get back to the fucking episodes, because you know what, this is gonna like really like
Boil your blood.
Yeah, I'm sweating
blood
already.
boil.
Of course. Yeah, like I said in my previous relationship, that person wasn't there for me when I needed them, and I thought, you know what, if this person can do this to me when I'm
At your lowest.
I'm at lowest, and at this age, I want to be with this person for the next 40 years potentially. It's not going to work.
No.
When I'm old and grey, that person's not going to be able to look after me.
No, exactly.
Because they'll think, I'm going back to my mom's house.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I can't be asked. Like, people don't have that drive to stay with your partner and actually go through the hard times.
No,
That's what our mom and dad did. Okay, we're going through a bad time. Let's talk about it. Let's understand each other and let's go through it together.
Of course.
What happens now is, he's going through a bad time. That guy's better.
Yeah.
Oh, she's, her lowest at the minute. I don't want to fucking deal with it. I'm going to him.
Exactly.
I mean her.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just, the social media thing is just crazy, because the immediate effect it's had is on the long-term relationships that people have built over the years. And now social media's come in. One little step, one little fucking thing, that's it, you're gone.
That's it. Exactly. They don't want to just go through it.
They don't want to compromise.
That's that's not love then, isn't it?
No.
Then it's like, they don't want to commit to it and commit to that person to see where it goes. Like, like to get them through their tough times and that, they don't want to do that.
Yeah, exactly. If anyone, I would say this to anyone, guys, I'm talking to you guys directly in the camera. If your partner, doesn't matter who he is, or who she is, if they're not sticking through tough times with you, and when they're not with you at the lowest and they are not helping you, it's just a wrap. Because sooner or later, that person will leave you for something way smaller. Do you know what I mean? That person is not for you. Just cut it off. And like I said, I don't want to get my blood boiling. So let's move on. You know who the fuck you are. Are people actually pickier now after the whole social media thing, or just less willing to compromise? I think it's both.
I think it's both. Yeah, definitely. Like they know exactly what they want because of the way social media is. They know, okay, I want this, and I want, like you say, there's a checklist.
Of course.
And if they don't meet that criteria within the checklist, then they just move on to the next one.
Yeah.
So it's just how it is nowadays, isn't it, with dating?
Yeah. Like I said, people are not willing to compromise. People don't want to go through tough times anymore. And they just want to get rid of the problem instead of work on it. So if you're that kind of person, you're never going to be happy.
Because any relationship is not smooth sailing.
No.
It's always, you're going to have your ups and downs all the time. And it's working through it together that makes you stronger as a couple. Then you build that bond together, which makes it stronger.
Yeah.
And that's how it is, because people nowadays think dating is just smooth sailing, like it's just easy and it's fun and there's never any problems or anything, and that's what people want. They don't want any negativity. The moment anything, a red flag or any what is it,
any small thing that they've done wrong which you don't like.
Yes, just like picking on little things which irritate them, and that's it. It's like
Over
that's
irritation, people are breaking up the relationship.
Yeah, it becomes a big thing.
Yeah.
Like making a, like the saying, mountain out of a molehill.
They don't want to compromise.
They
Nobody
don't
wants
want
to compromise anymore.
Not at all. It's their way or the highway.
Yeah. So you think the dating apps have made people less genuine when it comes to connections with your dating life? You think so? Say if you meet somebody on dating apps, do you think they are less genuine now than before?
Yeah.
Because of dating apps, because you could be anyone on the dating app.
Anyone.
You could be a Brazilian, you could be a Mexican,
Exactly.
lying to people.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
do you think
That's
people
what
are less genuine?
That's what people do. People always lie. You know, there's been experiences, you know, from before where I've experienced people just saying, you know, that they're so and so age old and their you know, their job is this, and they're in experiences where they've lied about their age, they've lied about where they're from, they've lied about what they do. And yeah, and then you just think, you know, after you continue talking with that person, you seem to realize, okay, you know what, I don't think this person's been genuine
yeah.
at all. And even when you speak probably over the phone as well, you know, you just think, okay, let's you know, just communicate over the phone, let's just see how this works before actually going on the date. You know, from the way they talk, that's not them. Like that they're not telling their true.
Yeah, like for example, somebody tells you, "Oh, I'm a doctor."
No, not doctor, but they're just saying that. Okay, I'm about 40 something, but really they're like about 30 odd. You can tell from the way they talk to you. You know, they're not mature.
No, but then
as well.
some people are not mature. Some people
They're
are in
not.
their 50s
Exactly.
and they're still talking like they're 17. It's not funny. It's true. How many people have I seen? Yeah, like I'm not even joking. Like uncles, yeah, they're in their 50s. They're in their fucking tracksuit and shit. Like when you go into a fucking wedding. Come on, like who do you like? You know, got a proper haircut. Like, you know, fair enough. You've broken. Like I've seen this particular person. He's in his 50s, and every time I see him in the wedding, he thinks he's 17, 18. Like he's one of the guys. Do you know what I mean? Like wearing a, you know, Armani cap and tracksuit on in a fucking wedding. Can you believe that? Like every wedding I go to, he's always there because he's quite close to us, and it's just wrong. Like when you're 50 odd, and I know he's 57, right? You're on that age. I'm not saying anyone's old, but on that age, you need to like evaluate. Yeah,
yes.
You need to evaluate how you're talking. You know, he's got grandsons. Yeah, because I know the son. Do you get it? Like he's got grandsons, and he's acting like that. Like, and he's trying to go out dating. I know because I found out from certain people he's going out dating on Tinder, Bumble, wherever he's there.
Oh my word.
He's there. Nothing wrong with that. That's fine.
No, it's nothing wrong. But I think, you know, when people reach a certain age in their life, they need to act accordingly as well.
Of course.
You know, you can't be like a certain age but then try and act like if you're like 20 or so.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. It doesn't suit the person.
Maybe he's just trying to look younger for the dating world. That's all it is. But you know what? Hats off to him. At least he's trying what he thinks is right. But it clearly looks just cringe as fuck. Yeah. So like you can get away with a lot of things, but you need to back it up. So say if you're saying to people like you're from Brazil, you better know Portuguese. If you're saying you're from Mexico, you better know Spanish. But obviously there's ways around that where you could just say like, oh yeah, I was born there and I came here when I was 5 and I kind of forgotten everything. So all I know is English. That's it. You know? So it is what it is. But guys, I'm not giving you any tips, yeah? Don't do this because you're going to get caught out unless you're a good liar, which I don't recommend you to be. Anyway, let's get on.
A lot of good liars out there, aren't there?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
At what point do high standards become unrealistic expectations? Let me start this one off. Then you'll get a better idea.
Yeah.
So there's this girl on social media, right? This was probably like 4 or 5 months ago I was watching. And there's a show on there where, the guys come on dating the girls and she proper grills them. So one of the episodes, she said to the guy, if you don't give me £10,000 every month as your girlfriend, then I'm not dating you. Now you fucking tell me, yeah, who the fuck has got that kind of money to give you, even if you're a millionaire, right? Why the fuck are you going to give somebody £10,000 just to be on your side? That is some unrealistic fuckery that we're looking at. And the other thing is, people are watching this, girls are watching this, and they think this is a standard that they need to reach. Girls, I'm being very honest here, yeah? You're not going to find somebody who's going to give you £10,000 in a year, never mind a fucking month. Do you know what I mean? And you need to ask yourself, like, where your environment, yeah? Are you around millionaires? Are you around billionaires? I think for 99% of us people, or girls and guys, we're not. We're not around no millionaires. We're not millionaires ourselves. So why the fuck are you expecting somebody to pay you £10,000 a month?
Just to be with them.
Just to be with them. That's their pocket money, apparently. Hold on. Even if you say that, that's fair enough. Yeah. Please tell me that your dad gave you 20 grand a month when you were single.
Yeah.
When you were living with your dad. Please tell me your dad gave you 20 grand a month. Because that answer is going to be a no. No dad will give their fucking daughters 20 grand a month, even if they're millionaires. Well, I don't know. Maybe they do. But where she comes from, she's from Leicester. I don't think she's been around so many millionaires to even attempt to ask for that kind of money. And if you're asking for that kind of money, seriously, you are fucking delusional. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? 10 grand a month? Give me that. Yeah? Give me 10 grand a month. I will do everything for you. I will cook your fucking dinner. I will fucking iron your clothes. Listen, if there's any...
I don't think she'll be doing any of that.
No,
if she's getting that money.
She said that she would cook, clean and everything else. So,
she did say that.
But why can't I just hire a maid? Give her 1 grand a month and she'll be doing everything.
She'll be doing that, yeah.
Yeah? If you're giving the working girls 1 grand a month, you get 5 of them and you'll be only spending 5 grand a month. Yeah? And I think you should go for that option. That way, at least you're not committed to this person. They are on demand whenever you want them. And you've got a maid, which you're paying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What is this fucking 10 grand a month thing? You are fucking out of your mind. And if you're watching this, trust me, you are delusional. Anyway, what's your thingy?
You've said everything. That's it.
Have I?
Yeah. Just leave it.
No, because I wanted to say that point
You did
because
want to put that
it
point.
really blew my mind when somebody's asking for 10 grand a month.
I know.
Come on, like.